my undergrad and grad both are in computer science. So all my life, mostly I'm doing computer science. And my first job I got is in 2003. My first assignment was to really build a search engine for a humongous mortgage company. I took Lucene search engine and really built a whole search infrastructure for mortgage applications and mortgage data structure to really work, which is humongous data. And in those days, indexing don't exist. Nothing exists. Like everything is a raw data. You have to really club it together. So because of that, I have a very good understanding of search as an infrastructure for a very long time. So that's where I really learned a ton of it. So how the machine learning works, how things actually really evolve, and all that stuff. So my dad used to own a medical store. So when I'm 10, I can open the store and I can give drugs. But the reason is because I used to think prescription is a puzzle because you don't understand what it is. And I used to think which drug it is, and for which disease, even though I don't know what the disease actually means. I used to think that puzzle is what I'm matching. And that was my motivation. My dad used to see me and he used to say my kid will give jobs to thousands of people guaranteed. All I did is in computer science, and then I really started my first project in building the search infrastructure. And the search actually gave me a lot of thought about what all I can do on, and that was the foundation. And then I really built a company in data way before Phenom. It was about patient recruiting and pharmaceutical marketing. The way you really do that is you actually buy data from insurance companies, doctor offices, hospitals. You also buy from what you call as pharmacies and merge the data and really project where patients can be, which is all high level machine learning infrastructure and predictive infrastructure. And that's what I really did as a company. And that company was a complete failure. But that gave the foundation of this company. In between, I started another company called as SnipSnap. It's a couponing app. We started in 2010. We got in 10 months about 10 million downloads. So I saw the mobile wave in its own format and how can you really do it in a very authentic way. Taking those two combinations, I really have started the next one. So, based on my last two businesses, what I really built before Phenom, what I really learned from that was the fundamental point of view is we have to build a purposeful company which can be a long term. So that is a very important factor. And we thought helping a billion people find the right work is the right purpose to go after. For that, what is the infrastructure what we need to build? We started with recruiting as the first aspect. That's where finding a person to a job will be easier. And we started there and we really started looking at how to collect the data, how to deliver experience, how to make it intelligent, how to make it personalized is what is the framework what we built around. All these companies uses us on two different aspects. One is talent acquisition. They want to really acquire talent into their company. The second one is talent management. Talent management has two pieces. One is retaining talent, and the other one is growing the talent. So in the both aspects, they use our product in really making sure how people can really brought in a much more effective format, automated format, and how can they really grow within the company in much more personalized format. Those are the two most important elements what we deliver. The platform uses personalization engine in the backend, a recommendation engine, a search engine. For the day we started, all of them were actually getting built because we have the previous knowledge and predictive mechanism to really say how a matching works. So who is a fit for which job, and who can really grow in a particular job to a different job within the company. So all those things were the AI infrastructure is always big because we thought if we can bring e-commerce kind of an infrastructure, Amazon was my biggest inspiration on that. The way the search works, the way the data is stored, the way the recommendation engines work, the way the personalization work, each particular country, how the personalization of Amazon changes, which was a primary inspiration. I'll give you an example. Amazon in Germany looks entirely different from Amazon India to Amazon Belgium to Amazon US. The product priorities are different, the recommendations are different, everything is different. So we thought the same thing. Why can't we apply for a company who uses our product? Let's say DPDHL uses us for talent anywhere in the world based on that particular country. the jobs, the people have to be personalized for that particular viewpoint. So why can't we apply the same kind of an Amazon experience for talent in the world, is how we really thought about this. We think like we'll grow like 10x compared to where we are today. We have any given day over 2 million jobs on the product. We have over 500 million people use our product to really find a job in a new company, or really make sure grow in an existing job to a newer opportunity or a newer department, or like recruiters, managers, HR, really finding people to move between internally or externally. All those areas, like we have 500 million people who use it. We think like humongous numbers will really raise up, and we'll make a uh, deep difference for almost every enterprise who use our product. We actually moved from what we used to call as like deterministic models to the probabilistic models. What this means is this is the beginning of a new phase shift. It's a new super cycle which is really coming in. And the biggest opportunity right now is how do you create value and how do you capture value for all the companies like ours to really bring a different viewpoint. There are four areas where we really look at within our own ecosystem what can really happen. The first one was primarily about like if you look at like the search, enterprise search, especially in HR, it will be dramatically different from what we're really seeing. Like because the way you can search with context is much more richer. Privileges and preferences will be very different, and the kind of content you can really bring from a document to a CRM to what you call as what you stored within your email, all that can be connected and give you a very simple context. That is something what we are really delivering. How can you help inline is a very important thing. At a task level, optimization and automation is a beautiful thing which can really play out. Previously, we never used to able to do it like a couple of years back. Our primary biggest infrastructure, what we use is AWS. We use AWS in different formats. Like SageMaker is one of the primary elements which we have used for many years. Video analysis, we use like recognition, like which is one of the product what AWS has. We also use like Lex, which is about like voice to text conversational interface, but we don't use it for everything. We only use for a certain components. We also use like elements of AI services, like which Bedrock is another one, which we have tested a bunch of it, like Lambda functions, which we use. So there are so many different areas where we use the overall AWS infrastructure in making sure our processes streamlined, really being effective in terms of how we can really deliver at speed with the scale of the compute, but also at the price point where we can operate upon. AWS has like a lot of infrastructure, what they have really built in terms of different events they really conduct, like our VPs and also directors constantly participate on those events. So that also really give a lot of collaboration and the community what AWS built together. And all those things do help. But we also have a partnership angle where we really learn a ton from AWS in terms of how we can really grow. I think it's a customer-centric thought process is what is the primary element, what a developer needs, what a business needs, what a company needs is what Amazon's primary edges. And one of the reasons why AWS is so successful because of the rigor what they have, which most of the software companies don't have. The AI will really make a lot more automation possible. A lot more intelligence really can be baked in throughout these workflows of every particular HR ecosystem. There is a lot will be automated, so people don't need to do the things what they used to do. I'll give an example. Um, our customers actually do scheduling through our infrastructure. It's all automated. We actually do per week probably about like 8 million schedules we do for interviews, in different formats. It's at a different scale. 10 billion computes of fit scores every year. Over 250 billion personalized experiences for talent. So all this is what we are really doing. But we can really accelerate almost to a different level in terms of what AI can do in future. I don't really believe the singularity and AGI as a concept where human beings don't need to do anything and the machines will do everything. That's a lie which we are saying to ourselves. The reason is our human mind is so complicated. There are two traits like a human mind has. One is uh, we are most dissatisfied for everything, and we are highly adaptive. Like our expectations become normal. When the expectations become normal, the phase shifts will fade. So right now, the new phase shift is really coming in, which this phase shift will really give us to really make us think in a much more thoughtful format using technology. That phase shift will take us to the next step, like what internet did, or even better than that.